Make sure you're on the good side now, Joyce. Should we dim the lights a little bit?
I don't know.
Tracy?
Don't look at me. You guys should put powder on your face.
What's it looking like?
You can dim the,
That's over on Jim's side.
just shut the center one off.
Center one off.
Yeah,
Beautiful. How's that? Is that better, Tracy?
a lot less listen up there.
Well, he's got hair. He's got hair. You ready? Okay. We'll call this meeting to order June 12th, and I want to welcome everybody to pledge the flag. Robert?
Pledge allegiance to
the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out on this nice night. And the first item of business is approve the minutes of the last board meeting on May 8th.
So moved, yeah.
Motion by John, second by Brian. Any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Okay, next we're going to open the floor up to Ben Driscoll, my colleague on the County Board of Supervisors, but also Ben works for Catholic Charities in Saratoga, Warren, Washington counties. They'd like to discuss some of the programs they offer for the community. So Ben, you have the floor.
Great. Thank you, Supervisor, and thank you, Town Board, for the invitation to come speak to you for a few minutes this evening. So in 2019, I also did a presentation. So I'll be wearing two hats tonight. I'm going to hang around for a little bit of the meeting to get a sense of what goes on at the Warrensburg Town meeting. This is the third consecutive evening I've been out. I was in Lake George Monday night. I was up in Chestertown last night. And tonight Warrensburg, and I think I've got two or three towns I'm getting to next week also. My name is Ben Driscoll. I work for Catholic Charities of Saratoga, Warren, and Washington counties. Our office is in Glens Falls on Broad Street. I've been there for just about 9 years now, providing a program called Nutrition Outreach and Education Program. That's to educate and inform people about the federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program called SNAP, formerly called food stamps. In Warren County, approximately 4,000 households receive SNAP benefits. That represents about 7,000 individuals, representing about 11 to 12% of the county's population. Many of the individuals who receive the benefits are eligible are not traditionally what you would expect to be recipients. They're seniors living depending on their Social Security benefits. They're young families, oftentimes working multiple jobs just to make ends meet and to enjoy the opportunity to maybe purchase a home. There are individuals who are self-employed who, because of injury or other circumstances, just aren't getting the hours that they need in order to put food on the table. The program, I believe, is a preventive program because children who have good diets do better in school, adults do better in the workplace, and seniors are more self-sufficient and not dependent on others. As all of you know, the real big cash cow in Warren County and in all counties in New York State is the Medicaid program. I believe that if you have a balanced diet, you're putting food on the table, you're not going to be visiting doctor's offices or the hospital as much. So it's a kind of a payback to the county. Also, the money for SNAP benefits comes from the federal government. So it's in fact federal dollars coming in to be spent at our local supermarkets, grocery stores, and even farmers markets. My job is to go out and find individuals who, for whatever reason, may be eligible but not participating. I speak before veterans organizations, older organizations. I visit WIC clinics. I visit a lot of the food pantries. I work very cooperatively with North Country Ministry right up the street. I was up to their food pantry in Brant Lake this past week, and in an hour and a half, I picked up 9 potential families for the benefit. An individual can receive anywhere from $23, which is the minimum per month, to $291. They can use that at any supermarket, convenience store, or like I said, the farmers markets. And there's a lot of incentive programs. If you buy $20 worth of food, groceries at a farmers market, you can get $40 worth of groceries. A lot of the farmers really appreciate that program. It introduces the public to the good quality of food that you can get at a farmer's market. And it helps the families stretch their food dollars. A lot of people think, I don't want to take it because someone else will use it. I tell people respectfully that it really comes out of the same money that Social Security does, school monies. If you went to Warrensburg Public High School, in fact, you're receiving public assistance because there's no tuition there. Certainly you're paying school taxes, but from the first time that each of you get your first job and they took out FICA, that's essentially paying for hundreds, if not thousands, of different federal programs. So again, my job is to educate and inform the public about the availability. I help people prepare and submit applications. An application takes 10 minutes to complete. No longer what I call monopoly money. If you receive a benefit, they put that onto a debit card that you receive on the same day of each month, so you can do your food shopping without people pointing into your grocery cart. And it's the same thing with the WIC program. I do a lot with to promote that program, as well as senior meals, the school breakfast and lunch programs, and anything that's, again, going to help families, especially those that are depending or living on each weekly or bi-weekly paycheck, to get a little bit of help up, not as a handout, but a help up, and steer them in the direction of basically self-sufficiency. They look at the last 30 days of income, and that benefits especially people who are seasonal employees or have busier times during the year. Much like unemployment, you can be on SNAP for 3 or 4 months, and then your income increases and you go off, or they keep you on the $23 amount for the month, so that you can at least maintain. It's less paperwork for them. That's really my. I've given each of the board members a packet. Part of my request to you and all officials is to share that information with constituents that may be entitled to it. I come up to Warrensburg and all of the towns in Warren County. I'll do home visits. I prefer to meet at a coffee shop or maybe even a town hall. Whatever works for the individual. I can also do a lot of the stuff over the telephone or through email. That's really my presentation. Unless there's any questions from the board.
Does anybody have any questions for Ben? Anybody from the audience have any questions for Ben? They have a lot of good programs. And
also, I'm sorry, Catholic Charities also, our anchor program is the Domestic Violence Project. We serve individuals from throughout Warren County. We also do clinical counseling and a variety of other smaller initiatives. And again, the services are free and available to any residents in Warren County. We also service Washington County and Saratoga. So,
if there's no questions, appreciate you coming up tonight.
Well, I'm going to hang around.
Yeah.
I'm meeting my son to watch the basketball game, but that's not for an hour or so, so.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go right into the report of officers. We'll go to town clerk.
May 2024 report. Excuse me. Commercial fireworks and marriage license fees of $60. Clerk fees is taxes and photocopies, $7. Certified copies, $200. Landfill fees and punch cards, $24,420. Peddler's license, transient merchant, and short-term vacation rentals, $1,700. Dog licensing, $240. Building permits, $184.50. Septic permits, $25. Total local shares remitted of $26,836.50.
Okay, supervisor's report for the month of May. We have total monies on hand, $3,781,900.33. Assessor's report.
This report for June. Previous day was for 2024 was held on Tuesday, the 28th in the public meeting room of the Warrensburg Town Hall. In all, 21 complaints were filed. The Board of Assessment Review reduced the majority of the parcels, resulting in a loss of $1,020,805 in assessed value. Final roll scheduled to be published and be available on or about July 1st. The Office of Real Property Tax Services set the town's 2024 equalization rate at 100%.
Okay, and dog control officer, we have a new dog control officer, John Arnold. He also services Lake George, Warrensburg, Lake George, Bolton, and Lake Luzerne. And John's doing a very good job. He's been pretty busy since he's been on the job. We have his information in the town clerk's office, and the sheriff's department has his information. So if you have any issues with dogs, please give him a call. He's very responsive, and we're happy to have him aboard. Justice.
Justice Barrett report for May. Judge Fisk heard 133 cases, collected fines of $10,887, $90 in fees, $3,732 in surcharges. Judge Ferrillo heard 102 cases, collected $5,557 in fines, $55 in fees, $2,939 in surcharges. Total new cases in May were 168. Total dollars received in May, $23,260. Town share for February, $6,720. Town share for March, $5,555.50. Town share of April, $6,411.50.
Okay. Town court's been very busy last couple of times. So it looks like for some reason business has picked up with the nice weather. So, but we have a lot of cases. That's the most cases I've seen in a long time come through the town court. Landfill.
Yep, as of end of May, we're $19,801 to the good. Once again, our landfills be self-sustaining with our purchase of their scales is working out as we thought it would. And we're very happy with the results.
Planning.
There were 1 septic and 8 land use development permits issued the month of May. The zoning board does not have a meeting this month due to lack of applications. The planning board continued the review of the recommendation from Brown's Court open development procedure. The chairman has sent a correspondence in your packet to the town board for their findings. The planning board also revisited the site plan application for Rebecca Webster and her retail sales business at 3958 Main Street. The board has decided to table this matter until the applicant can bring further information.
Okay, enforcement.
Fireworks permits were issued for a display of May 25th at Echo Lake Lodge and July 27th for Warrensburg Recreation Field. The sheriff was notified of each. Sent a notice to the owner of the Heart and Soul Barbecue for no permits in place. Issued 1 short-term round permit. Sent requested information regarding donation bins to Ryan Jones of Impact Apparel, Books of New Hampshire. Took the update survey map for the EMS land transfer to Warren County for filing. Received a report of malfunctioning fire alarms at Dollar General. The report was forwarded to Warren County Building Codes. Sent a notice to the owner at 3747 Main Street regarding section 211 of the town code regarding temporary structures. The plastic tarp was removed. Received a complaint that firewood is being sold at 25 Karen Street. Report could not be substantiated. Notified the fire company of all burn permits. Sent the scope of work description to the town attorney White for the preparation of the deed over to the EMS. Sending warning notice to the property owner of 4 Elm Street of garbage and tires on the property. Signed and sent the paperwork to Attorney Peterson to proceed with a court action at 4015 Main Street. Provided new dog warden John Arnold with warning and violation notice booklets. No grass violations were sent out during No Mow May. Received an inquiry of a short-term rental permit holder if children were included in the occupancy count for the property. I referred them to Warren County Building Code as they set the occupancy. Discussed the person walking on Ridge Street and discarding beer cans on the vacant lot at 38 Ridge. To date, they have had no success with the issue. The mattress at 4 Marion Avenue has been removed. The vehicle at 6 Marion Avenue has been removed, and the litter is being placed in a trailer. The site visit will be scheduled to clarify the compliance with the issues. The owner of 25 Commercial Avenue was in court. The vehicle was removed. He was fined and in compliance with the junkyard ordinance.
Another busy one. We're gonna have to
Not,
see
not
about-
as bad as June.
We're gonna have to see about that no mow May. We have to do a local hour, we can trump this, whatever the governor likes to call it. Highway Superintendent, Pete's not here tonight, but they've been busy to finish the sweeping and picking up brush. Right now, we're gonna focus on some outlying roads in the town, Pucker Street, Forest Lake Road, Burn Tennyson Road, and probably some more of Alden Avenue, try to see if we can't do a little bit better job getting those into shape this summer. Reports should be posted on the website for beautification, economic development, historian and museum, parks and rec, sewer, water, and youth. I will say that we were very successful in filling all our jobs for the youth programs. We also have a good force of lifeguards this year for the beach. We have five lifeguards at the beach, so we should be able to maintain a pretty good staff up there. And then the summer rec program will only run 4 days this week or this year because that's what the school is open 4 days. And we run in conjunction with the school program like we did last year. There is lunch served at 8 o'clock every morning. And then they serve a lunch at noon or just before noon. So it will run 4 days a week. We're excited. We got a good staff of counselors in both the arts and crafts and the sports program. So we look for big things. We're opening up to anybody who wants to attend. So we do get a few people from out of town now have applied because they've heard about it. We're happy to have them here. Communications, received a communication recommendation from the planning board on property owners request town board approval of an open development area for the property located at 9 Browns Court. I would like to see this tabled until at least our next meeting so we can go down as a group and kind of look at those, what's going on down there so we can make an intelligent decision in the future. This was once before sent to the planning board by the town board. We still need to do a little more research. So somebody want to make that motion?
I'll second it.
Brian, to table?
Yeah.
Any questions? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried. All right. Again, on old business, we still ask the people in the water district to please identify your old water lines so we know that there's no lead pipes going into your house. We ask that you send pictures in to the water department here at the clerk's office. And this is an EPA federal government mandate. There's no funding that goes along with this for any town or anybody in the country, but we are gathering the information, and the more you can help us, the better off we'll be to accomplish this task. I think they've done a pretty good job, but we still need to, there's still a lot of people that haven't come forward with this information, and we're gonna have to do it eventually. And whether we have to send somebody around to knock on doors, we're gonna have to do that. But it's not just here, it's everywhere. So I just ask that you continue to cooperate If you give us the information, if you don't understand, just call in and we'll get it for you. We have two, I need a resolution request to declare the following items as surplus equipment, and we'll put them on gov deals: the 1998 cat loader and a 2012 XL 354 pickup truck. Both these items were listed in the water department. So somebody want to make a motion to declare them surplus?
I'll make a motion.
Robert takes the motion.
Second.
Second by Jock, to declare these two items surplus. We'll put them on gov deals. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The demo bid came in for the King Street property. Obviously, we want to make that, we want to put senior housing over there, and part of the bid was to save the stone, and I want to get with you sometime. We'll figure out what we're going to do. The bid price is $97,680. It is recommended by our engineer that we take Jackson Demolition Services. I think they're out of Schenectady. So, you want to make that motion? Motion by Brian, do we have a second? Second by Robert to take the bid price of $97,680 from Jackson Demolition Services. Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Moving right on. Oh, we did, we have a bid here from J&K Trucking and Excavating. This is to make the repairs to the water line that runs across the Osborne Bridge, which goes across from Richards Avenue over to River Street. Our pipeline is out of the traffic flow. It's on the other side of the sidewalk, but we do need to make a repair sometime over the past few months or maybe even years. The pipe has been pushed a little bit, and we're worried about it's fracturing. We need to make the repairs. It's too big a job for our water department to do, so we have a bid price from J&K Trucking and Excavating, an amount of $56,690 to make the repairs to that bridge. Or pipe. Motion by John,
Yeah.
second by Brian to make the repairs in the amount of $56,690. I guess we'll do a voice.
Yeah, because it states that.
Sure, go ahead.
Councilperson Alexander.
Yes.
Councilperson Rounds.
Yes.
Supervisor Garrett.
Yes.
Councilperson Sutton.
Yes.
Councilperson Quintal.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, we received our work permit to New York State DOT to put a crosswalk on Richards Avenue across from the health center. We met with DOT today down there. It's probably going to be a contract project because we do have to put ADA compliant strips in when you do the sidewalk. Something that I talked with the health center about, and we're going to partner with them on this. It's important for the employees. When we were down there this morning, our Richards Avenue lot is filled with employees' cars. There was not a site to be had this morning down there, so we had DOT there, and we'll probably put this out to bid. And well, I hope to get our bid price at least before the next board meeting so we can move with this. There's other projects we're trying to do. We're installing a new wall in that Richards Avenue parking lot, which will abut the lot line of the laundromat. That's an old wall that was put up with railroad ties. We've got some blocks ordered and they're starting to come in, so we're gonna put a nice wall there. We get this crosswalk, we'll get some warnings, signals for the crosswalk, and then we are gonna pave that parking lot. So all those projects we're trying to get done, I was hoping to have them done in June. If we get them done by August 1st, I guess I'll be happy. The trouble is the bureaucracy of working with New York State. Now, I've been after this for probably a good year to get that crosswalk. And I finally got a letter from them. So when I called them and say, okay, I got the letter, they tell me I have to get a work permit, even though I have a letter that says we can do it. So we applied for a work permit. We waited 30 days to get the work permit. And so now we have the work permit, but I find out today that if we let a contractor do the work, the contractor will have to get a work permit. So I said, well, is that another 30 days? I hope not, because I don't want to have to go down to 50 Wolf Road in Albany and visit DOT. But I don't know. They're gonna work with us. They know it's important. It's important for safety of the employees. There's a lot of traffic that goes across that road and that's also where we had our trolley stop when the transportation ran up from Glens Falls, and I'm putting a plea in to get a trolley to run back up here, at least in the summertime, to make the loop like they did before. So we're continuing to work on that. But they will be good enhancements to Richards Avenue and the parking and 418. So the next two items, I gotta recuse myself. And so John, I'll turn the meeting over to you and I'll step down.
Okay, very good. All right, we need a resolution request for Warrensburg Volunteer Fire Company to approve the use of recreational field on Monday, the 22nd of July through Sunday, the 28th of July, for the annual Smoke Eaters Jamboree. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that.
Motion, Brian. Bob, second. All in favor, please, is there any discussion, first of all? Anybody? All right, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Resolution request for Warrensburg Volunteer Fire Company to approve $500 in funds from account code A6412-.400 occupancy tax, the annual fireworks display at Smoke Eaters Jamboree. Any motion?
I'll make a motion.
Bob?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Unheard, anybody, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, chief. We're good.
All right. What we got next? Oh, next, yeah.
Take fun.
Okay. As everybody knows, we had a major sidewalk project down River Street, and we got state and federal state funding for the sidewalk project, and it's mostly complete. And after a review with the state of New York, they decided they're going to pave State Route 418 from the intersection of the bridge down to where our sidewalks ended on River Street. So in order to do that, we had to wait to get more state funding, and lo and behold, we are getting some state and federal funding for that. But in order for that to move forward, we have to pass another resolution, and it's called the Master State Fund Local Agreement, Sidewalk Agreement, in the amount of $560,000 for the continuation of the River Street Sidewalk Project. There's a lot of paperwork, a lot of legalese that has to be done for this, but so I guess do we need a voice vote on this one, Joyce? Or not Joyce?
It doesn't read in here that if we need one in a resolution.
Just a second. So somebody want to make a resolution? Motion by Robert, second by John, that we move forward with this master agreement for $560,000 for the continuation of the River Street Sidewalk project. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Okay. Now, on the next one, we have a resolution request to make the following changes water department fee schedule. And this is happening because of the cost of materials. Our cost of materials, we're so far behind the eight ball on what we're charging. We started checking with some other communities around to see what they're charging. And even with this increase, looks pretty big in my eyes and everybody's eyes. We're still behind most of the communities in what we charge for tap fees and frost plates and sewer tap fees. So you have the schedule there. Residential tap fee will go to $1,000. Commercial tap fee will go to $1,500 plus labor and material costs. Meter fees, 3/4 inch meter will go to $450. Commercial meter will go to $1,500. This is for waters. Commercial 1.5 inch meter will go $2,000, and a commercial 2-inch meter and up will go to $2,500. Now this pricing is due with a little caveat. If the price of the meter goes up, then these pricing, this will show a reflection on what we charge for these. But the price of the meters, the price of all the materials has jumped dramatically, and we were falling behind on that. And it's not fair to water district customers to be giving away this information. And then when you go to frost plates are what they usually put on a mobile home. Sometimes they freeze. First time replacement of frost plate will be $150. Second time replacement of a frost plate would be $200, and third time replacement of a frost plate would be $250. And the check valve replacement would be $125. And the reason why we varied those frost plates is that sometimes people don't wrap the plates and they do break out. And hopefully with a graduated fee schedule, maybe they will take more caution to make sure that the plate is protected properly after they break one. But if not, they could cost. And then sewer tap fees for connections in district is $500 and out of district $750. And these basically just covers our cost of getting these connections made. So I'll ask the board, are there any questions? Somebody want to adopt? John, you'll make a motion? Anybody? Second? John, second motion to change our fees. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And there again, when we looked at them, we try not to ever hurt our customers, but it becomes a time when if you look at all the pricing, you go to the grocery store, it's crazy out there. So we probably lagged behind a little bit longer than we should have to make this change. That's all the business I have on the agenda. I'll go to budget modifications and warrants, and then we'll open it up to the public. We have two budget modifications. The first budget modification in both general fund, taking $1,250 out of contingency fund and transferring into museum equipment fund, and that's to pay for a new copy machine we bought for the museum. And the second one, we're taking $92.85 out of contingency fund, and we're transferring into the assessor's equipment fund of $92.85, and that's to pay for a new computer in the assessor's office. That's all the budget modifications. The bills on warrant number 6 tonight are $169,732.65. And there's no unusual expenses, but it costs money to run.
Do a vote for the modifications? A resolution?
We just did a resolution. We did vote, didn't we vote?
No.
Oh, okay. All those favor of that resolution?
Who's
Aye.
the second?
Aye.
I'll make a motion. Make a motion.
Okay, now on the warrant number 6. Somebody want to approve warrant?
I'll make a motion.
John? Second by Brian, approve warrant number 6 in the amount of $169,732.65. Now I'll open up to comments from the public. Anybody, please come up and state your name for the record.
Claire Bates, and I just want to remind everybody, our concerts are starting at the Pavilion a week from tonight.
Yeah.
We got some of the best bands in the area. One of them is the top band in the area, voted by the readers of the Post-Star. And I would like to have one of you come next Wednesday to welcome everybody and supporting the concerts. We broke all attendance records last year. We averaged 75 people per concert. They come from North Creek, Hudson Falls, Granville, and that's a haul from Granville to Warrensburg for a 2-hour concert. So, and I appreciate you letting me get involved in this. I don't know how the other people feel about it, but I love it. I've got some really good friends, and I thank you for letting me do that.
Yep, and it will be the Warren County Ramblers open us up.
Yeah, and that's a
The
hometown
19th.
boy.
And then we go to Rugged Country, Whiskey River, Max Country, Broken Spur Band, Gus Ruse, is it? Jay Embry, Larry Eber, Marty Wendell, John Deere Green, Warren County Ramblers again, and Whiskey River finish up on September 4th.
Whiskey River is the favorite.
So we have this posted. It'll be in the Sun Community.
And there's
News.
posters all over town. I went to 15 businesses. I haven't hit the barber shops yet because I was doing it on a Monday and they're not open on Mondays.
You need a haircut, though. Okay.
Well, I ought to get something. Seriously, thank you very much for letting me do
All
this.
right, we'll try to be there.
We'll be there, sure.
Thank you. Anybody else wish to address the board tonight?
Hello.
Hey.
Jennifer Mary Graham. I've been enjoying fall season at the rec field, so I wanted to just say, like, kudos on all that work that goes into those fields. It's beautiful there, and we absolutely love it, and during softball and t-ball. And I had a concern about the bathroom over there. It's been about 2 weeks now that the sink in the women's bathroom is like falling off the wall. So I'm just concerned that it might hurt somebody. So I just am wondering, I don't know who's responsible and if you have people to fix it and, you know, but I just
We
wanted
got people.
but you
We'll get
gotta-
fixed.
Okay, and then my other question was, maybe too, we could get some volunteers to paint that bathroom and make it look as nice as it does on the outside of, the, you know, building. Thank you.
We just need to know about these
Good
things.
suggestion.
You know, we don't always hear about them.
I don't know who's in charge, I'm like, I don't know who to go to, I just.
Call
come down here.
9511.
What's that?
Just call 9511. We'll take care of it.
Okay.
First I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Laura Moore with the Lawrenceburg Museum. So thank you to Brian and to Clara for showing up for the May 9th event. We had Floyd Bennett Day, and we had a little gathering, and I appreciate them coming out to support that. And then again, thank you for the copier printer. It's amazing, so I appreciate that. And letting the board know and audience know that we're still looking for volunteers to help us.
I can't hear you.
Looking for volunteers to help with the museum on the weekends and Wednesdays, and looking forward to the rest of the season. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Anybody else? Any comment? Basketball game still doesn't start for an hour.
I know,
Watching the
right?
clock. The Dodgers are playing on the West Coast, so I don't need to get home and watch them. Nobody? I thank you all for coming out, and like I said, if you do see something, please report it to us. I will say there's been a little vandalism around, and we have taken steps on the recreation field. We put up more cameras. We're gonna put up more lighting over there. If you do see any unscrupulous people hanging out, just please call the police. Because I don't know what makes people want to damage public property, but on occasion they do, and that's not good for any of us. But I do appreciate all the work the crews have put in with the mowing and the beautification with the flowers. It seems to go very well. I guess the farmers market moving to the rec field last Friday for the Rhubarb Festival was very, very big hit. Looks like the crowds were pretty good. I think if we know it's going to rain on a Friday, they'll be pushing the farmers market up there on a Friday if they think it's going to rain, which is all right with us. It's all right with our crew, but other than that, we're getting ready for the summer season. Like I said, the beach will open June 20th, and then the rec program will start right after the 4th of July. And please send your kids to have a good time. We have arts and crafts, and then we have the other programs. So, yes.
Teresa, the farm announced the farmer's market this Friday. Is
I
going to
did.
be at the Pavilion.
Really.
Oh,
I
you
just
did?
did.
Oh,
So the strawberry one. yeah.
sorry.
For-
I was listening to this.
Anybody else? Please come up here and.
Well, you said it briefly.
Oh, there it goes.
What's your-
I just wanted to make it clear.
You gotta talk into the mic. So
I just wanted to make it clear that at the planning board meeting, we did not recommend approval or denial of the Lagon property at 9 Rounds Court. we didn't make a recommendation.
Yeah, we know that. It's our recommendation.
I just wanted, okay.
Yeah,
I
we
just
don't-
wanted to
we-
make sure that.
Table it. for-
Yeah, we're tabling it, so we know it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
we've
thank
been
you.
conferring with our attorney, so. Anybody else? Well, again, I appreciate y'all for coming out and, thank you again. So the meeting will be adjourned. Thank you. Take care.
Man, good to see you again.
Yeah, you knew that,
Oh, no.
supervisor wanted to play a hockey game.
Well, working on it.